says I've got an excellent connection. We'll just play it. We'll go from there. We're away. Except that camera's not pointing at you.
Is it meant to be on me now?
Yeah. It's just on like my leg, I think. You need to go back the camera in your app because it's just crashed on my leg as well. Just everyone's getting a nice view of my leg.
Is that live now?
Yeah. Okay, so Mel, you might as well do a little bit of an intro there.
Hi everyone!
Let me just double check. Quickly get out of the way.
Are we live?
We should be, yeah.
Is that got sound on or not? Because that
Nah,
can have
it'll be coming from there.
Alright. Hi everyone, welcome to my first cooking session. Goodness knows what's going to go wrong. The first thing we're going to do today is Bolognese and pasta. Now, I think everybody should have been sent out a recipe card, but if not, we're going to put it in the link as well later on. So you'll be able to get the ingredients and the method. Obviously I'm going to be cooking a batch because Dan's going to be popping out in the car straight afterwards and delivering these to your addresses, which is brilliant. Those people know who's getting the meals today. So I am going to be making double to what's on your recipe card. The recipe card makes 4. That's because 1 tin of chopped tomatoes makes 4 meals, so it's just easier, there's no waste. If you get a few Tupperware dishes, you can put these in the freezer. It's just some meals that you've got for the rest of the week. So what I'm going to do, I need, I don't know if Andy's already put it in the chat, there's a couple of things that we need all of the learners to do, and it's just pretty much giving us the thumbs up that you agree that you know the terms and conditions and that you've definitely signed up to this course. It's just for the paperwork side of things, so I don't know if Andy's put it in the chat already because I can't read the screen from here, but I don't know if one of the lads want to tell me. But that needs sorting. I think Andy's onto that. Anyway, I hope nobody gets food poisoning. I hope you really just enjoy. If you've got any questions, if you do stick in the feed, Hatham or Dan or someone can read that out to me because as I say, I can't see the feed at the minute. So I'm just going to start cooking and see how we go. So, first thing I want to show you is these little jars. So these little jars can be picked up in quite a few supermarkets, and they're only like maybe £1.50 each, but I find them really, really useful to have in the fridge when I'm cooking, just because fresh stuff goes off pretty quick, whereas these you can just use a little bit whenever you need it, and they stay in your fridge for a long time, so there's again waste. We're looking at minimising waste, so I always get these, and these are always in my fridge. And again, depending on your taste, you can put in more chilli or more garlic, as I'll show you the dish later. So even though the recipe's like set in stone, don't worry about it being, don't worry about being exact with the teaspoons, the tablespoons. Just go with it. If you want it a bit spicier, taste it as you go, make it to your taste. So I'm going to get chopping. Hopefully I don't chop anything off. So I'll start with the onions. So obviously in your recipe it just says 1 large onion, but because I'm doing a bigger batch, I'm going to be doing a couple of onions. Let's move this out of here. So what I tend to do with an onion is I'll chop it straight down the middle. But again, this isn't right and wrong, this is just how I do things. I'll take off the first bit of skin. And I'll always leave one of the ends on, and I just find when I'm dicing onions, if I leave this little bit here which keeps the onion together, I find that I can dice it a bit easier. So I'll take a little bit off first. That's all the waste that's going to be from the onion, which is hardly anything. And then what I'll do, I'll slice straight across this way. And then what I'll do, I'll go down over as well. So down. And then what I'll do, and you'll see why I do this now, if I chop straight across and straight down, I'll get little little diced bits of onions, and it's all chopped up. I'm trying not to cry right now, because every time I chop onions I tend to get myself in a little bit of a mess and have a few tears. Do you like my apron, by the way? I made it myself. I made it on my granddad's sewing machine, and my nephew's got one to match as well, so when he comes over and does some cooking with his Auntie Mel, he can wear a matching apron. It's got a little Mickey Mouse on it, and I feel me eyes starting to sting now. Just get that last bit of money in. So that's the last bit of waste there, so again hardly any waste. That last bit, and then I'll just sweep that straight to the pan. Got one more to top up. Another half and another onion. Right. Oh, I think I might need some tissues. Anybody got any questions in the chat yet? Who's online today anyway? Have we got quite a few there? I hope you're all fitting well and staying safe. I have wrote you all a little note that you'll get with your truffles as well. So again, I went through the onion lengthwise, down over the top. I'm trying not to go too far up to where this little bit is here. I don't want the onion to split. And once I've done that, then hold it together with the other hand and chop down. If you prefer your onions a bit bigger, you can do that. But sometimes I like them quite diced up when I'm doing a bolognese. I think it's just adds to that texture, you know. There you go, hardly any waste again. Alright, go in. I've got one more to do. That's a lot, but mushrooms and onions do tend to go down to hardly anything. Where's my other onion? There it is. So again, down the middle. This top layer. I am crying. Oh dear me, I'm proper crying here. So. Oh dear me. Big onions make me cry. Oh jeez. I am going to have to stop while I wipe my eyes.
What do you do with that?
And then it running down my face. Help me. Hey, I have to get a pile of these out. Hey, I am enjoying myself. See,
ignore me as well. I'm not here. I was never here. I don't exist.
Oh dear.
Is that better? That should be a bit better.
Wash my hands again. Right, hopefully no more tears.
That's the plan. No more crying.
No more crying. Back in the room. Hey dear me. Have I got any questions in the chat yet? Because I can't read any of it.
I'm quickly going through
Just
now.
wondering if anybody had any questions as I was going at the moment.
Saying the little bit my email because I want one half.
Hey, I could start selling them.
Yeah. Saying, can you make a Winnie the Pooh one?
If you can get the material, I can make any. I could even do a tutorial on how to make an apron. If anybody would like to do that. But the sewing machine that I was using used to be my granddad's, and he's had it about 60 years, but it was a good make, a good model. And when I got it, it didn't really work. So I had to change the needle, have a bit play with it. My mum's a machinist, so I got her onto it to try and see if she could work out what was wrong with it. And then all of a sudden, I think I gave it a kick or something, and I just said, "How are you, Grandad? Help us. What's wrong with this?" And then the needle snapped, and then all of a sudden I put another needle in, and it just started to work, and I've never had any problems with it since. So I think you listened to us that day. Yeah, it was a bit strange. Nice story though.
So Andy was asking, does running water really help with chopping onions?
It just helps get off my hands in case I was to quickly rub my eyes. I've heard if you put a teaspoon in your mouth, there has to be a silver one. That I'm not that posh. I haven't got any silverware.
Spoons.
No, mine just look silver. They're not really silver. I've heard goggles and a peg on your nose sometimes works. But again, if you've got any hints and tips, I'm open to them, because obviously I try every time I do this.
Yeah, Samantha was actually saying putting a teaspoon in your mouth,
Yeah.
that usually helps as well. Yeah.
But does it not have to be
I don't know.
Does it not have to be like a silver one? Or
So everyone will let us know whether it has to be silver or not.
I'm sure it needs to be silver. I'll borrow one off Sam when he comes to drop off your mail later. I'll borrow a teaspoon over here. Alright, I'm going to stick these onions on. Now notice, I haven't put any oil in. If you really want to, you could put a little bit of oil in. See, I'm crying again. If you want to put a little bit of oil in, you can. But what I'm going to do, rather than add oil, I'm just going to put a little bit of water in, and then put the lid on and let it steam itself. So it's a little bit healthier, because you're not putting the oil in. But again, it's an option. Don't think that you have to cook things this way. If you prefer it a little bit oily, then yeah, just again, everything's to your taste. I'm just trying to make it a bit healthier today. So I'll just add a little bit of water in here. Thing is with water, if you end up where you put too much in, don't worry about it, because it'll just evaporate anyway eventually. So I'll just put that in there. Put up a little bit more. What I've got a problem with in this house as well is smoke alarms, so if it goes off, sorry. Right, while that's starting to melt down a little bit, I'll start chopping these mushrooms up. So your mushrooms, they need to be as small as the onions. I always chop a little bit off the bottom there. Straight through the middle, and then chop up. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use corn today. I know Matthew doesn't like corn, so what I'm going to do, Matthew, for you, I'm going to make a separate pan once I've done the onions and the mushrooms, and then I'll do your sauce separately, so you'll still get a meal today. So I don't want you missing out, but yeah. If anybody has any nut allergies as well, can you let me know in the chat, because the truffles that I've got later, they have got the rolled in nuts, so if there is a problem with that, I need to know, because I don't really want to send out something that's going to cause one of your allergies to flare up. So I'm just chopping these quite finely, but not too small. And I'll just put them to one side on the plate while I work through the box. So this is a 300 gram box, I believe. But on your recipe it says 150. But I'm obviously making double, as I say, because I'm feeding the 5,000 today. I'm feeding all of Sunderland people first. And what a lovely group you are, so it's been an absolute pleasure. You'll have to let us know what you think of your little notes when you get them as well. And the boxes, I don't know if Dan wants to whip round at the boxes, I made these by hand yesterday. I had some leftover card and I thought I'd get creative. You can probably see all your little names on there. There's one more, I think it's Sheila's. I think it's just gluing up, Sheila. I haven't forgot about you. But I've made them. They took a little bit longer than I thought, but I think they look really nice. And they've got your truffles in, because the truffles had to go in the fridge overnight, so rather than make them fresh and then them end up not been so good when they've arrived. I thought I'll make them in advance, but I'll still show you how to do them. But I thought I'll make them in advance, and then at least you've got them the way they should be. But that should come later on. Bolognese to start with. Alright. I quite like chopping. I think it's quite therapeutic, you know. Just mind your fingers when you're doing it though, you don't want any accidents. I've had a few of those over the years. I once got one of those machines where you slice like that with onions, and forgot to move my thumb. I forgot to use the device on the top, so rather than use the device, I thought, oh, this onion's massive, like I'll be alright. And I got a bit carried away, and I took like a big chunk of my thumb away, which didn't heal for about 3 weeks, so accidents happen.
Lizzie says she doesn't eat mushrooms because she doesn't like them.
Alright, well, I tell you what, well, I don't like mushrooms as well, Lizzie, but I can't even taste them in these. Shall I try and portion you a little bit off? I'll do that. I'll do yours separate again. Does Lizzie like corn though? Is she alright with corn? If you let me know in the chat, Lizzie, I don't mind doing a separate little pan for you as well. I don't like mushrooms, but I do eat them in things like this because it adds to the texture. I bet it's in a lot of food that you don't realise it's in. But it's not something I would choose to have. I just know it goes well in this type of meal. Have you all been keeping busy in lockdown then? Anybody got anything interesting that they've managed to do? Any new hobbies that they've picked up? Be interested to find out what you've been up to. I've started playing my guitar again. I thought, oh, I'll use this time to try and dust off my guitar and pick up some new skills.
So Lizzie was saying it makes her poorly, that's why she can't eat mushrooms.
Oh, that's fine, we can, that's alright. I can sort that, Lizzie. I'm pleased you said.
Yeah. Good shout. Matthew's saying mushrooms are great for him. He's fine with corn as well.
Oh, Matthew's alright with corn.
He says, corn is fine with me, mushrooms are great too, it's just the mince I'm not a fan of, haha.
But does he want corn?
Let us know. Let us know.
Matthew, let me know if you want corn in your meal or not, because I was going to miss it out. So if you want it, I can just go along with the others and then, you know, let me know. I've got time to fix that now. I thought you did really well on your live chat, Matthew, as well. Top job. And run out of space.
If you tell anyone if they see a random arm coming across the screen, it's just me adjusting some of the settings.
Oh, not me. I haven't chopped my arm off.
It's just a disembodied arm. It's just mine, and I'm just sorting some stuff out.
Oh, I think I need to turn this down. Can you see the smoke coming across my face? Oh, it's quite nice. I feel like I'm having a mini steam room.
A sauna.
Sauna, yeah. Oh, I'm having a bit of a pamper here while I cook.
Okay, stream health is good.
Alright.
Oh, yeah.
What I do need to decide on, because I've got your group on Friday as well, if you can think, I know Sam sent us a long list of different recipes. Can you see me? Different recipes that you like the look of as well. If there's anything you would like on Friday, please let me know. Otherwise, I'll just pick one from the list. I don't know if Sam wants to write down a couple of the options, maybe of what was sent over. I know there was chocolate cake. Was the tuna pasta bake, or was that one at Andy's? I can't remember, but have a little look. And if you can agree on something as a group, I'll start working on that after today, and get that ready for Friday, and try and get out some recipes to you in advance. Oh, here we go. Right, so you can see, even with water, they've cooked. Obviously they will taste slightly different if they were in the oil. It would burn the onions a little bit more, so I'm going to put them, hang on, I'm not going to put all the mushrooms in. I'm going to take, I need to see if Matthew, actually it doesn't matter because I'm trying to tell you there. So, keep that separate. So you don't have mushrooms in there. I'm going to do the same again. I've just checked and there's still quite a bit of water in the bottom, and obviously there'll be a lot of water that's come out of the onion as well, so by leaving the lid on it stops it all from evaporating as well. So if I didn't have the lid on, it would all just evaporate out and I'd have to keep adding more and more water. So I know there's enough water in the bottom. Might have to actually, I'll add a little bit more, because with us having the lid off there, it has evaporated pretty quick. Put that in. Put the lid back on and just let that simmer for a little bit. Alright, so I just need to suss out, I don't know if you can check the chat here, them.
Yeah.
I just need to suss out if Matthew wants corn in his meal or not.
He hasn't said.
Matthew, get back online.
Oh, hang on. No corn mince, please.
No, I did. I knew he didn't want any. So I
I
wanted
think
to
he said
stick off.
he likes corn stuff, just not the mince.
Right. That, I'm pleased we clarified that, because you need to go corn mince there, Matthew.
Yeah. What else we got?
So now that's kind of cooking, what I'll do, I'll put some of the pasta on and I'll get the pasta started, because I might have to do 2 lots. I don't want to put too much in the pan. And I'm using this pasta. You have a little look at that. So it's from drum wheat, but any pasta's fine. The key with pasta is not to eat too big of a portion of it, because if you eat too big of a portion, you're not exercising, and I don't think we'll all be doing much at the minute, then you will gain weight from it, because it's not the type of thing that you should eat a lot of, unless you're quite active. Yeah, it does taste good. So I'll just add water. I think I'll do 1 box at a time. Got time for that. And all your little lids are ready with your names on. Right to portion up. Trying to get as organised as I can. Alright, I'll set that away. So I'm not going to put the mince in yet. Normally I would have maybe put that in just to speed it up, but I'm going to wait till the mushrooms and onions are cooked, and then I can separate a bit off for Matthew. So I don't want you getting anything you don't like. Try and look after everybody today. Was there anybody with a nut allergy? Because I do need to know that.
Let us know if anyone's
Yeah,
got
let me
a nut
know.
allergy.
Do need to know about the nut allergy, because if anybody has got one, yeah, it needs addressing. So over here, obviously I've got these 3 ingredients. I'm not going to put ginger in today. I was just showing you what other things you could get in this variety of spices and things. So I'm not going to use that today. I just want to show you what you could do. You might put these on your truffles later, though. You might have a little bit of chopped up ginger on your truffles. So I will leave it out. This is the truffle area. I've opened my tomatoes because I'm going to put 3 tins in. I've got a spare one just in case, and I always use this just to thicken it up and give it a big kick. What a lot of people do when they're using tomatoes, they'll put sugar in, and it just brings out the flavour in the tomato, but being a healthy recipe, we're not going to do that. Instead, we're going to add some mixed herbs, and we're going to flavour it with the chilli and the garlic. Does anybody not like chilli? I'm giving you so many options here. I could leave that out, I could leave the chilli out today, and then I suppose if you really want to, you can put some of your own in at home. Giving you too many options, I'm going to have like 20 different pans on the go. But it's a good time for questions. If anybody's got any questions, let me know. This is a good time. So that's looking like it's getting there. So you can see, even though it looked a lot, it's melting down. It's all softening up quite nice. But again, you could put oil in here, but what I find with the oil is the mushrooms and the onions just absorb the oil, so you end up putting more and more and more in. Before you know it, you've put quite a bit of oil in there, probably without realising. But you can see there's a lot of water coming out of the mushrooms and that, so what I normally do is keep going with this till all the water's kind of down a little bit, and then I'll add the corn in and get another pan. Dish out some of this for Matthew. Alright, because he's not corn, so he's got to have a bit of texture in there. Alright. And then we'll stick the corn in.
Jodie said, I don't like chilli.
I'll leave the chilli out.
Yeah, and Lizzie as well, saying she's not just a lot of chilli.
I'll leave the chilli out, but it's an option if anybody did want to put a little bit of chilli in later. It doesn't normally go in Bolognese, it's just the way I make it, so yeah, don't worry about that. So I'm going to put one of your mince in here. Yeah, I'll leave the chilli out. So quarter mince as well does absorb a lot of water, so even though there was a little bit in there, I normally tell by if I push it around the pan, if it doesn't all change this like brown, like we call it like it's like a darker brown, I only need to put a little bit more water in. And it normally really absorbs all the flavours as well, so once it's all cooked in the tomatoes, the chopped tomatoes, I will leave it to sit quite a while just to really soak up the juices, so I probably won't dish it till a little bit later and just let it sit and soak. Alright, so a little bit more water in there. Oh, it's just me, Diego. Nobody's at the door, it's just your mum. Stick that on there.
It was my fault, I had to go get my glasses.
No, I was banging. I think it might have been me as well. He barks at everything. And there's a dog at the back. Might be the dog at the back. Alright, son. Now you can get away with murder this week. It's your birthday. Birthday week. Did you all know Diego's 10 this week? Did you see that post? He turns 10 on Thursday.
Lens flare.
Hmm?
60 posh lens flare. Check out that, guys. Bit of photography skills for you.
Probably not coming through because I've loaded the copy because it was like. Oh, they've got the lens flare, nice. Right, guys, I'm back on the chat. Don't worry, I'm going to quick scroll through. I was saying, would you just substitute mushrooms instead of corn mince milk? Or would you look to put something else in?
If you were to do it without corn?
Yeah.
Well, if you're not vegetarian, you could add real mince.
Oof, real mince.
Real. Or what I've done before, I've added peppers. I've added I've bolted up on more mushrooms and more onions.
Okay.
But you can put peppers and things in as well. You can put anything in really, whatever you like. But the overall taste of the sauce will probably it's just giving it texture. So whatever you put in there, as long as you like it, there's not a right and wrong. Like, get creative. As long as your sauce is right. So the sauce is literally chopped tomatoes, tomato puree, and then you're putting your garlic and your mixed herbs in, and that is your sauce.
And Andy was asking, do you ever make your own pasta? Which is a proper short question.
No, I don't. I know it's literally eggs and flour, I think. But no, I've never made my own pasta. I'm going to be honest with you there.
I wouldn't even know where to start.
Yeah.
If that makes you feel any better.
Well, my cousin's girlfriend makes it one, but she's half Italian, so her dad is Italian, and he's always made his own. And it does taste better. You can really tell the difference.
One day, we'll get there one day.
Oh, don't put that on for Friday, mind. Has anybody comment what they'd like to see on Friday yet? Is anything that you would like to see yet?
There was a few.
Or shout out some suggestions and we'll have a little think.
We had shepherd's pie.
Oh, I could do a good shepherd's pie, yeah.
Tiramisu.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not even sure I know what that is.
It's like the coffee dessert.
Oh, alright.
A lot of cream in that though. I don't know how I'd get around that.
I don't know that doing that unhealthy might be a bit of a challenge. But
Well,
curry was another one.
What type of curry though? Because there's loads. I love curry. I love
a healthy one, just a healthy curry.
Yeah, but there's Indian curry, there's Chinese curry, then there's like Thai,
Yeah.
and then there's like your chip shop
Japanese
Japanese. There's a lot of different curries, but I would love to make a curry. I don't think Dan would like to video it though.
Just a traditional.
Shepherd's pie is quite an easy one, but again I'll be using the corn mince again, so I'm just trying to think of other things I can do. I
Can you make a curry with anything? Could you?
You could, yeah.
Because it doesn't have. It could be corn.
But
like
tiramisu might be a good shout. Like that might be quite good.
If you think.
No,
That's what you think.
I've made tiramisu before. In fact, I'm sure it might have been about 10 years ago. I can't remember. We had a chef lesson. I can't remember where it was, but
Edinburgh.
was it in Edinburgh? Was it? Oh, thanks for the update. And one of the things that we made was tiramisu, but it wasn't healthy.
No.
So I will have to think about how I can make that healthy, but there's bound to be a way. Right, so that there looks good to me.
Any kind of curry, whatever curry you want, Mel.
Who said that?
That was Lisa.
Oh.
Jodie said a mild one, and Lizzie said chow mein. I don't know if you can make a chow mein. I don't know how you make one.
Oh, that's not curry though. So that's going off.
Yeah.
Thing. I'll have a look through the chat later, and I'll see what the
There's
consensus is.
You've got
Yes,
some options.
there's loads. I like proper hot curries. I'm a Madras girl.
Madras or a fowl.
Yeah. Right, I'm gonna add these tomatoes in now. But honestly, this meal, I think I worked it out per portion. It's like 70 pence per portion. Like, it is not. Woo! Nearly went over.
So,
Saved.
Gary McKee saying, hi Mel.
Hi, Gary.
This is different to teaching ICT.
Definitely different. I feel under pressure, Gary. Well, after Gary, because I used to teach Gary when he was 16, 17. I used to teach him IT. And I'm not sure how old Gary is now, but I know I taught IT a long time ago.
Wow.
Long time ago. So yeah, that's a bit of a blast from the past as well. But after I taught IT with Gary, I ended up teaching sport for quite a bit. I'm just mixing this all in, splashing myself at the same time. Yeah, don't expect a clean kitchen after you've made something like this. There's always stuff that comes out the pan. So I mix all this in, and then I'm going to add the tomato puree. And then it's kind of up to you how much of the season that you put in.
Lisa Miller
Yeah.
said a nice veggie tempura.
Oh, alright,
No,
okay.
I assume that's kind of curry.
It's like another dish, yeah.
Question: if you don't have chopped tomatoes, can you use ketchup?
No! Who's put that in?
Who do you think?
Andy Fox.
Andy Fox.
Andy!
That's if you use ketchup.
No,
instead
what you
of
can
chopped
do,
tomatoes.
Andy, God's sake, Andy, if you don't like tomatoes, you can get passata, little thing of passata, then it hasn't got the lumps of the tomatoes, but it's still all the goodness of the tomatoes. Can't believe you just asked that, Andy. What a silly question. Eh, lads.
Definitely won't be going on for spaghetti bolognese when
And
this is all
me,
over.
how
That is
me.
outstanding.
Need. Right, so I'm going to start putting in. But you can see there's quite a bit of water in here at the minute, so I am going to leave that on to evaporate quite a bit because it needs to go down. I hope Lisa's mum's not watching me make this, I'll be getting shot. She'll be like, what is she doing? No oil. Lisa's mum makes the best Italian food in the whole wide world. That's roughly 4. Who had the no mushrooms again? Lizzie. And Lizzie didn't want any chilli as well, but I'm not putting chilli in any. Oh, it smells so good. I might just keep it all and eat it all. Tell you, Dan got lost on the way to delivering. You need smell-o-vision because I think you would appreciate this.
I can't work on that yet. Like I'm just about got video and audio. And I smell.
Obviously this course is for Sun and People First, but if there's anybody who isn't at Sun and People First who's watching, there will be more live streams, and again it's one of those where we've got you signed up on the course, we'll send out the enrolment forms. We have got some funding to run a few more of these sessions, so if it's something that you're interested in, and if you enjoyed today or enjoyed watching me sweat under pressure, then yeah, drop us a message because we would love to get you signed up, and you might as well get the recognition that you've took part in the session. These videos as well will be online after today, so you can look back and replay them if you want to. So if you haven't got all the ingredients and you kind of cook along today, what you might do is go and get all the ingredients and cook along like another day when you're feeling up to it. Right, let's check this pasta. Now if it was spaghetti, I'd be chucking it off the walls to see if it's done. I can't do that with this pasta. The only way I can do it is to take a piece out.
I think you could, but you probably shouldn't.
It wouldn't stick. Spaghetti sticks. Oh, I'm gonna be brave and have a taste. It's good.
Scoop that.
I will make rubbing notes. I'll leave it in for just another minute. Nice that pasta. Still running off the onions. Let's see how that pasta scores actually between the tubs, because it might be. Let's see. Any more questions in the chat?
I have to wait a second while I have fun. I'm taking some behind the scenes photos, you see.
Ah, very good.
So I am here.
He's here, he's just dancing around.
Just messing on, man. It's nice to have something to do, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've got to work up an appetite, you see. Right, I'm back.
You're back.
What's happening?
Back
What
in
we're
the
doing?
room. I don't know.
Gary's saying he's 31 now, so yeah, it's been a long time
Oh,
now.
Gary, don't say that. That's 15 years. 15 years ago, I used to teach you. Oh my goodness. Now you make me feel very old, because if you're 31, that means I'm older than 31, doesn't it?
Sam's saying our husband's jealous, his work isn't as fun as this. Gary's saying it might go missing in delivery.
Yeah, in my belly, Gary.
And Matthew's saying his stomach's going wild as well.
Oh, I'm pleased. It looks appetising.
Looking forward to it.
Good. I need some feedback when you get it. I hope it's nice. Normally I would do taste tests, but I've made this that many times. I feel pretty okay that it's going to get delivered to you and be alright. I think you'll enjoy it. So I'm not worried about that. Just realised I didn't put that one on the heat.
Okay. Yeah, when you're cooking, you should probably
When
turn
you're
it off.
cooking, make sure all your hobs are on. Oh jeez, there you go. Blooper.
That's alright.
I was thinking, do you know what? It doesn't seem to be getting any thicker. Hey, well. There's always one in there. Right. Everything looks like it's under control. I'm going to drain this pasta off.
Got one about what about making a healthy arrabbiata? Oh,
This is very similar to that.
that's what I
Whoop.
thought. Arrabbiata.
Yeah, this is very, very similar to arrabbiata. The arrabbiata would have the chilli in. That's pretty much it, the difference, the chilli. There's not a lot of difference in when you make up a tomato base. Sound like I know what I'm doing, don't I? Right. I'm gonna dish some pasta. Has everybody put a thumbs up or a yes to those agreements that we need for the council, so we know? Did everything look alright with that here, Finn?
Yeah, guys, anyone who hasn't, if they can give us a thumbs up. I think Andy and Lisa have been keeping track on
Oh, brilliant.
But if there's anyone who hasn't, put a thumbs up in the chat to say that you're happy to be here and stuff. Just can you do that now?
I'm going to just see how I go. I might have to put another batch of pasta in. Ooh. I'll have that bit. Oh no, Dan's took it. Oh. I'll have Dove on it now. Better take it with us because he might get some more. I can't really talk much when I'm concentrating. I noticed that. It could be one way keep. This is why Dan has me in the kitchen, so I'll keep quiet. I think it's gonna be. I think it'll be enough by the time we put the sauce in as well. another bit for you, Dan. Oh, I'm dropping them. I'm going to stop there. Right, that's quite alright actually. Catch, Dan! Oh, wash my hands again. Got to keep washing my hands. Normally I lick my fingers heavily. Right, let's have a little look in here. Oh, how's it getting on? It's definitely thickening up. And it looks more of a like a ready colour now that I've put that tomato puree in. So the more mushrooms one, it looks like it's ready to be boxed up. That looks pretty good. Matthew's is heating up a little bit. Would Matthew like a little bit of chilli in his?
You'll have to let us know.
You'll have to let us know.
Jodie says, Dan, stop pinching the pasta. Sounds fantastic. At least I was saying as well.
There's only 8 portions
the
here, Hatham.
What?
There's only 8 portions I count here.
I was only 8 as well.
Oh yeah, Dan's delivering.
There's at least 4 for me. So that's,
Oh, I'll put some more pasta on for you, lads. Right, so I'm going to put some herbs in now. It just brings out the flavour again, and I'll put like 1.5 in there. I'll just put a little bit in these ones just so you can taste it. Yeah, let me know if Matthew wants a bit chilli in his.
yeah, Matthew, you have to. Oh, yeah, chilli for me, please.
Alright. Much? I'll just put a little bit in because I don't want to make it. I don't want to spoil it.
Go steady.
Go steady. I'll go steady.
And if he says more, you can just sprinkle it.
You know, I don't want to. Sometimes it can overpower it.
Mm.
I'm with you though, Matthew. I do like a bit of chilli. Oh,
I think the more
it
the better
smells
for me, to be honest.
amazing. I don't want this to leave me house. I'll be good when all this goes.
It's gonna smell unreal all day as well.
I
You
know.
can't come out in the kitchen and
Just
smell.
leave the doors open. Right, Matthew. Here comes your chilli.
Just the whole till. Just to see it.
No, I'll just give it a little bit of a kick. It'll not be too much, I promise. That's a safe amount.
Have you tested the chilies yet to see how hot they are?
Yeah,
Okay.
I use these all the time. They always go in me cooking.
Because sometimes you buy them and they're not so hot, and then other times you buy them and you're like, oh wow, I've made a mistake.
How we're doing for time? Are we alright?
We're 10:54 at the minute. So
Oh, brilliant. So we should have time to go through the truffles then
Hopefully,
as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
think, I don't want to, I'm not even going to say it out loud, but at the minute the video's played fine. So, yeah. Let us know if anything drops off anymore. You probably see me arm flipping in and out of the screen multiple times.
Box Lizzie's up because this is done. So what you could do if you're making this at home, you could put your pasta, because obviously you wouldn't have that much in your pan, you could put your pasta in the sauce and mix it all up, and then you just scoop it straight out from the pan, you know, you wouldn't have to do it like the way I'm doing it with your pasta and then your sauce. I'm just doing it like this just because of all the amount of different sauces I've catered for, and it's just easier to dish the pasta out this way.
And you're making more than one
And I'm
set
making
as
more
well.
than one. But if you were just making it for yourself,
So is that,
Lizzie, this is definitely Lizzie's, yeah?
what's that?
Lizzie hasn't got mushrooms.
No mushrooms in.
Now, why didn't the ravioli get invited to hang out with the cool pastas?
Why did the, say that again?
Why didn't the ravioli get to hang out with the cool pastas?
Because it's got something stuck in the middle of it. Something in the middle? No?
Because he was a little square.
Oh,
Yikes.
love it. Right, this is all boxed up.
If you say so.
Who do we think that was from?
Oh,
I think
No
that
comment.
might have been
No
an
comment.
Andy joke. Andy, these need to stop.
Yikes.
I'm gonna make you your own apron, Andy, but I'm not have Mickey Mouse on my mind now. Like, don't ask me a joke written on.
Damn it.
Dear me.
I think he said he was going to try his hand at barbering anyway, so that's a different career than his stand-up. I think,
Alright, well, he's not
maybe.
practicing on me.
Not that either. He can't give you a haircut either. Is that what you're saying?
No haircut. And no jokes. Stop the jokes. Somebody stop him telling jokes.
Bless him, man.
Has anybody else got any pasta jokes? I'm in the mood for a few jokes, actually.
I don't know now. You put everyone on the spot.
I put these on the spot. I bet these are all on Google
all
now.
the ones, exactly. It'd have to be appropriate enough for us to repeat as well. That's the problem.
Oh yeah, nothing rude.
All the good ones are rude.
Right, I think I'll box Matthew's up. That looks pretty good. Look at that, Matthew. Woohoo! Bit of spice as well.
Lisa said make Andy an apron with I tell bad jokes.
Yeah. I'm just thinking I'm going to have to let these get. I kind of put these on just check because I need to air off a little bit. I'm pushing it back down every time I take one corner off. There you go.
Making it worse.
Yeah, I just
There you
need to
go.
let them air off a little bit because otherwise they'll just stick and condense themselves. This is Matthew.
We've got, what is Diego getting for his birthday?
Well, I'm going to make him a birthday cake. A dog-friendly one.
Do you get a sneak peek of Diego in here?
Because
Like,
dogs can
here he comes. Hey.
dogs can have peanut butter and things in their cakes.
I think now we've got a Diego on the screen. I can't see on the OBS thing, but I think.
It's Matthew's.
Yeah, there he is, man.
Oh, hi son! Oh, look at him, man. Isn't he
There's a
amazing?
fella.
Isn't he just amazing?
Just in his little bed.
Gonna cook this a little bit more. I'm gonna have to do a taste test. Sorry, it's compulsory. Just a little
Okay,
one.
so Lizzie, I'll wait till you post the punchline to that before I tell Mel. I don't want to spoil it, so go on. You tell me.
What is it?
You just wait.
Oh.
She's asked the question, but we need the end as well.
Well, I approve.
So, what did the macaroni say to the spaghetti in the boxing ring?
What did the macaroni say to the spaghetti? Oh, you're too skinny to fight.
Come and spaghetti.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean,
It's better.
pasta jokes, not the staple of comedy, to be fair. So,
There was a macaroni joke. Macaroni? Was it macaroni?
I
There
think-
was
you
a
want
joke
little
on that.
Macarena?
I can't remember what it is. Right, let's get this dished out, I think, and then we'll start on your truffles. See how we get on with that.
Okay. What do you call a fake noodle?
Oh, a super noodle.
An impasta.
Oh, I like that one. That's good. That's
That is a
all
good
right.
one.
Who's that off?
I googled it.
Hello, right, Google. I'll rest the pan now. I don't think I'll be able to hold it up and dish at the same time. It's quite heavy. There you are, that'll work. A little bit of sauce as well. little bit left over, Dan. And tea.
What type of pasta is best eaten on its own?
Oh. Right, let me do it. Do you like this one? Hear them sitting laughing at the computer to himself. Oh. No idea.
Ravioli.
Oh.
And at least I got one, and it was where does the pasta go to dance?
Oh my god. I bet it's like a cheesy line. Look at him laughing. What is it?
The meatball,
Oh.
as in like the ball. That's the yikes, that one.
Right, that needs
One more.
keeping.
This is another one. So, did you hear about the Italian chef who died? He passed away.
Right, enough. I've had enough. Can't go any. No more. No more jokes.
He passed away.
No more. That's probably the best one actually. But no more. I'm done with jokes. Right, I'm gonna have a quick 2-minute tidy. Make some space. I'll not wash up yet though. I'll do that later when he's offline. Right, yeah, that was a bad joke.
Oh. Do you want to do a break now, Mel? While you just
Yeah, do a
sit around and stuff?
5-minute
Yeah.
break just while I quickly whip my kitchen around ready for the truffles.
Ow, my knees just gone. Okay, right, cool guys, we'll be back in about 5 minutes.
What I learned later is when you make
There you go. You should be back.
Alright, so Dan's just going to quickly show you what we're doing next. We're going to do little mini chocolate truffles. They're all already boxed up. I should have really... Actually... So this is what they're going to look like when they're done. But they have to set in the fridge, so I've had to make them yesterday for you, but I'm going to just show you how to do it. But this is how they should look at the end, but obviously I've only used coconut and cocoa powder
Dan, your
for
exposure.
decorating.
I've changed it.
So I've used coconut and I've used cocoa powder for like rolling it in. It stops them being sticky, but when you put them in the fridge it makes them a little bit firmer. But I'll talk you through different options that you can do to make them slightly different as well. So your orange chocolate truffles, put that in the fridge. So first thing I need to do, so I'm just going to follow it through. Do you need that there? What's that there?
Andy, stop trying to call me. I'm filming on this phone.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just make 4, just so you can see how they're done, and I'm going to give you some options of what you can do as well. Alright, so what you need to do first of all is get your cocoa powder. You normally just get this from a baking aisle. Just keep them on that pasta. I'm busy putting extra pasta to use it for Bolognese powder, isn't it? Yep, it's boiling. Multitasking. Alright. So, to make 4 truffles, you want 2 heaped tablespoons cocoa powder. Alright, now you might even get 6 out of that, to be fair. It's not expensive to buy, it's about £1. If you go somewhere like Lidl or Aldi, you might even get it for about 80 pence. What you need as well is maybe, well, I've got 2 oranges here, but I'll probably only need 1 for 4. Grate this Aldi out. So I'm going to grate some zest before I then chop the orange up and put the juice in here. So I'll use this one. This can be used for decoration as well, so if you've got like so much zest where you think, oh, I don't really want to put all that in, use it for decoration afterwards. I'll show you as we go. Good little workout actually. Try and get a bit of a sweat on when you're cooking.
So Sam's asking, can we email the truffle recipe?
Yeah, I've got it. I've got it to send straight over. In fact, have you got it to put on the link?
I've put the link in now. I just need to
Yeah.
upload it.
Oh, well, it's on its way then. There you go. But yeah, of course we will. We'll send everything that we do over. And if anybody else would like it as well, just let us know. So we're getting quite a bit of zest off there. I've got quite a bit stuck as well. I'm gonna do the other one. All I can think about is tiramisu. I don't know who mentioned that, but it's just on my brain.
But you haven't truffles, So
We're having truffles today, we're not having tiramisu. Right, so you can see all this is zest, right? So I've just grated this straight off the orange. And you want roughly a teaspoon, so it's like roughly like one of those oranges. So I'm just going to put that in there. And I'm going to juice it. So I'll leave that to one side, so I'm going to use that just to put on top of the truffles later. So if you haven't got a juicer, what you can do is use your fingers. I'll show you what you can use if you've got one. I've just got this little device, I think it was like 30 pence, 40 pence out of the supermarket somewhere. But what you can do if you've not got something like that, literally just squeeze it. You can see all the juice coming out. So you get quite a bit from squeezing from the outside. Obviously check there's no pips and things in. Once you've put it in, you want to just like scoop it around just so you can see it's coming to a little paste. This is where I make a mess. I always make a mess with truffles. So, yeah, definitely need to put more in there. So rather than use that straight away, if you put your fingers on the inside, all over the recipe, just squash it.
gushing.
Ah,
No.
oh no!
Can I just?
Yeah. Right, so getting quite a bit out there, but I'll show you what happens with this. So when it's in, squashing it, you get a lot more on the outside. But probably it's a bit wilted just because I've took all the skin off it as well. Then. Just going to do the other bit. So it's roughly a full orange that you'd put in. What you could use as an alternative, you could put a little bit of honey in, you could put a little bit of orange juice in if you've got fresh orange juice. It doesn't have to be straight from the orange. So if you haven't got oranges in, didn't mean to do that. If you haven't got oranges in, don't worry about it. Just wash my hands. Ah. I would leave all that water in the sink because once I get my truffles going, well, you'll see the mess I made. It's disgusting. I must have put too much cocoa powder in. It needs a little bit more. But yeah, orange juice will do the trick. You can put a little bit of orange juice in as well. Alright, so I'll put a little bit more in. This one's got pips in, you see, so once you've chopped down the middle, you should be able to pull all the pips out. If you get the odd one in, you can always just pull it out later, it's no problem. Use the juice this time, so what you squeezing it, just twist it. You can see all the juice coming out there. What I've got to be careful with is putting too much juice in, because if it gets too sticky then I've got to add more cocoa powder to get that bit right. Let's have a little look at that. Oh, see it. As you can see, it's quite messy, but I think it's worth the mess. Do you think it's worth the mess when it's all done? More where I need it with it, because you want it at a consistency where it's easy, like to pick up a little bit, roll into a bowl and leave it a sec. But it is a messy operation, it really is. Too much cocoa powder in it.
Is this such a thing?
It's because I want leftovers again. I want some for later. Right. There you go. So that's come together quite nice now. So it looks like mud.
Tasty mode.
Tasty mode. Right, so that's that. Let's move that now. I'll get this orange off. So I'm just going to cut off. Should we say 3 per day? Right, so I'm just going to put 3 in there. Because I think I've put a bit much cocoa powder in, I'm going to put another one in. What you can do with this mix, alright, so this is just cocoa powder and orange at the minute, so it's just giving it that flavour. If you want to do, and I've tried it with the orange as well and it was fine, I put peanut butter in, I put honey in before, again up to you, but try and get that consistency, but if you want to add different flavours, it's absolutely fine that you put different things in there. I've even put some oats in before and given a little bit of texture that way. So you can do a few different things and make things a little bit like different, you know. So the dates, I'm just going to chop these up really, really small. So normally I just chop them in half and then in quarter. So that's in half, in quarter. And they're quite sticky to work with. This is messy, but trust me, I think they'll enjoy them later when they're kind of out to your dog. So they're just chopped nice and small now. This one as well, nice and small. Oh, Jodie, I told Diego that you've got something for him. He's dead excited. I think he's dreaming about it now.
The truffles smell better. I can smell the chocolate.
Can you smell them? Oh, right. You might be have a truffle later, Hatham. Hatham I made earlier. If you've got a blender, you could put it all in a blender. I'm just showing you the hard way, you know. You don't have to have a blender to make these things, but there's a lot more prep goes into it. That's raw. Now mix it all together. Alright, so you literally just put that in. And then you can either use your spoon or you can get your hands stuck in there. But if I get my hands in already, I'm going to be in a bit of a mess. So I'm just going to mix that. You can see the dates just get mixed in. And again, it just gives that little bit of texture, and you get a little bit of fruit in there as well. Goodness. Alright, so.
Is that your 5 a day then?
No.
Is it like,
not
half
dried fruit, it's just.
It's like half of one of your 5 a day.
It's the substitute for sugar, I suppose, or something like that way. So your fruit and your dates is just sorting that out. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to roll them. I'm going to get some baking paper out. So I'm now there rolling in coconut and rolling in some more cocoa powder. You can do whatever you want really. So I'm going to put a bit of cocoa powder on first. Because these are the ones that I made yesterday, so these are the ones that you'll probably get when Dan delivers them. Alright, so it's just a teaspoon of that. And then it is going to get messy. This is not the good bit. Alright, so just get enough to make a little ball. Roll it round. It's quite sticky. And what you do, just so you can get rid of the stickiness, you just roll it in there. And then you can just sit that on one side. Same again. You do get a little bit of a mess when you're doing this. Oh god. So I'll do a couple like this. And then I'll do a couple in the coconut. Alright, so you've got that. But what I will do is put these in the fridge let them set a little bit, because you can eat them straight away, but they are they're a bit soft, and I think they get stuck in your teeth, and that's not a good look when these get stuck in your teeth. You can see the state in your hands now. It's not a good look at all. I mean, look at that, beautiful. Looks like I've run out of toilet roll, eh? Since there's a toilet roll shortage. Right, I just need to quickly drain this pasta off. Multitasker.
Oh, Maasai guys, keep them watch. Give you a toothpick as well.
It's okay, we've got to burn your hand. It's always
Didn't burn my hand there. Just burned my hand. Sorry if I swore on the camera.
Yeah, I don't think I picked it up.
Oh.
I think you might have got away with it.
I think because it can't see us, I can't hear us. Right. I'm gonna hit space. Right, I'll stick it there. It's gonna get messy anyway. So, coconut. Put a little bit of coconut on. Same again, right? So just rolling it. Instead of rolling it in the cocoa powder, we're gonna roll it in this. So we'll just take a little scoop. Roll it up. And then you can just roll it around in the coconut bits. So it's pretty much covered. I think they look quite pretty when they've got the coconut on. What you can do as well, because I know this goes really, really well with chocolate, you could even chop up some strawberries and put little bits of strawberries on top. That would work quite well with either, with the coconut or the other one. Again, personal preference, just whatever you want. So that round. Alright, so I've made 4 there. Right. Bit messy, obviously if you, there's a bit left over there, I could make another 3 or 4 there easy. What I'm going to do is stick a little bit of zest on the top of one of them here, because I think that looks pretty cool. I'm putting a little bit of colour on, if she can get it on. Nah, doesn't want to stick. Right, we'll leave 2 bits on. Honestly, I think that's because I've still got this chocolate on my hand. Stop! Right, I'm gonna give up. There. And then I'll wash my hands again. Warm water. It's because I've poured the boiling water on my hand. It's just kind of pasta.
It's fitting with the guidelines of washing your hands all the time. Fine.
I always wash them when I've got mud on them. Dare it not. So what else you could do as well, got little chocolate chips. You could put little chocolate chips on as well. And I think they look quite cute. And then what I found, and I think I got them for like £3 per pound. These little cases, these little mini cases, and they're perfect for truffles. So I think you get 100 in, 100 little, or Morrison's 100 little cases, and then you can put your truffles inside of them. I think they just look so cute. Look at that. Finishes it off, doesn't it? I have a blue one. I have a green one, I think, as well. We'll have one of each. And these are in your little boxes as well. I've went all out. I'll look after you today. I think they look really cute, don't they? What do you think? Do you think they look nice with the little wrappers?
Looks yummy. I want some amazing.
They're coming at you. They're coming at you.
We've got lots of the drooling emoji. However you want to.
I need to know how to do that. I can't do that on the computer.
Dan, can you? Yeah, I was gonna say push right in on that too, and you can take a screenshot.
I'll send some photos of the. We took a picture of them yesterday. I'll send them over.
Oh, okay, yeah, we'll get that one as well.
About the big tray of them.
I think Dan's sorted out. He's zoomed right in on them, so he should have got something from that, Andy. If not, you can screenshot the video. Go back when it goes live.
But yeah, I mean, whatever you like, really, you can decorate these. I've just give you the base of it. And if you're not keen on orange, try put a different fruit in. You could put apple in if you want, or you could put. I'm just thinking juice. You could put cranberry in. Whatever. Have a bit play. It's just getting that consistency right to roll it. But the dates, they do add a little bit extra flavour. I do like putting the dates in. But yeah, there's your truffles. We are done. I think we're good. If you've got any questions, then I don't know what time it is now, but I think we've got a bit of time now. Answer some Q&A. So
yes,
if anybody wants to put anything on the feed, then I'm all yours for a bit. Quite enjoyed that. Kevin's got all the dresses on there. One more box of them. So this is what I had to do with the boxes. So each of the boxes, actually, shall I show you how to make one? I think I've got time. Shall I show you, run through how to make a box? So I've had to leave it like this. This is going to be Sheila's. Sheila, this one's your box. But I made it this morning, so I've left my pegs on just so the glue sets. And I've got your little note here. Sheila's got a little note, but you've all got a note inside. Do you want to zoom in on Sheila's note? Everybody's got a note off us today. I've tried to personalise them. Alright, so Sheila's, you're going to have a little note in your box where your truffles are. I've put one in each of you, each box. But I'll show you how to make a box, why not? Let's just, because it's quite a useful thing to do. And if you've got any little presents for anybody, it's quite nice to put them in a box, isn't it? So, is my, yeah, got a paper here. Right. So out of, I think it was the Works, I got these coloured crafty bits of card, and they come in a pack like this. It says £3, but I think they were 2 for £3 at the time when I got them at Christmas. And all these different patterns that you can see here, they're double-sided as well. So if I show you this one and that's left in, the double-sided, that one's got butterflies and that. I think all of these different patterns are in that pad somewhere. So it was quite nice. I made fortune cookies with them actually. That's what I bought it for. But I have got some left over. I thought, oh, I might be able to make boxes out of them. So we've got umbrellas on one, we've got little plants on the other. Right, so I think I'll do it. I'll have the plants on the outside. I think that looks quite nice. So what you do, you fold it in half, corner to corner. You've got to get it spot on and flatten it down and across. Alright, so straight across like that. And then turn it round all the way, squash it down, straight across, and then open it back out. So what you want to do now is bring out each corner right at the centre, so it comes right over, flatten it down, really squash it out. You can make this with paper as well, it doesn't have to be card. And I think that's why I've had to use glue, because the card was just wanting to open back out. Whereas if you use paper, I think it folds a lot easier, so you wouldn't need to probably use any glue. So squash that in, squash that in. Same with the next one, flatten it down, squash it across. So it should come together quite neat, but these are perfect square paper, whereas if you had like A4 paper at home, you'd have to make it into a square first before you could make the box. You'd have to maybe chop a bit off. But they're really, really quite cute for gift boxes. You can put anything in these. Oh, we've got a bit of powder on there, a bit of cocoa powder, lovely. So once you've done that, the next bit you need to fold and try and get it down to a third. So you fold from this side over, it's roughly about there, alright? So once I flatten it, should flatten straight down. And then there's a crease that's been formed here, see that little bit sticking off? You want the other side to flatten where that crease is. Squash it along. And then you do exactly the same the other way. Alright, so you've got those 4 bits. And then you need to squash it over. Roughly the same. Flatten that down. And same the other way. The good thing with it being online like this on a video, you can do a bit, pause it, do a bit, pause it, do a bit, pause it, and then you'll eventually get there, won't you? So don't worry about keeping up, because I've done quite a few of these, as you can see. So once you've done that and you've bent all those bits, you take out 2 and you fold over and you just go along those edges. Alright, so you just do that, and then same the other way. Flatten it across. And then spin it round, do the opposite. Alright, so flatten it across, other side, flatten it, and flatten it. Alright, so once you've got to this part, what I need to do, you've got little squares underneath. I need to get a bend in this bit of paper here, in the red bit. I need to get a bend here, bend here, bend here, and it'll eventually fold up. So I'll do a bit at a time, but the best way to do it is to flip this over, and then you're going against the grain, right? So you're going against where the bend is. So if I come over, flatten it down, and I'm only pushing that last little bit, because I need this bit keeping firm, because that's the bottom of your box. Right, so you squash that bit, and I want to do this side. So I've done that, you see I've done the bend there. Just need to do the same on this side. So again, over, and flatten that down just to that little bit. Alright, so that's one side done. So then what I'll show you what happens. So that'll come up like this, and it'll fold, and it'll fold, and then the top will come over. That's what's going to be one side, and then the other side it'll look the same, but that's what will form your lid. So I'm just going to do the other side now, but I can't really keep that up until I flatten the other side. So that's how it folds together as a box, but I like that it gives you a lid as well, because I think it's easy to do a box, but it's not an easy one to get a lid. Sometimes you have to create a separate lid, so I think this is quite a good design to allow you to make that box, and it's quite strong actually.
So strong.
So strong. You'll be able to use it again.
So comment from Andy saying awesome session, Mel, thank you.
Thank you very much, Andy.
Lizzie was asking, is there going to be any more cooking sessions for people who want more advanced cooking or advice on cooking? I don't know.
There'll be more sessions. I mean, tune into as many as you want, Lizzie. There'll be some what you might not like the recipe, but you'll still get ideas, and there'll be alternatives like there was today. You can tune into every single one. So this week I've got one, well obviously today, I've got one on Friday, And then I believe from next week I'm going to be putting them on a Wednesday 10 till 12. So they're going to be 10 till 12 every week, and I think I've put that in until June. So if you have enjoyed today and you do want to pick up some new recipes on a Wednesday 10 till 12, like go on the YouTube channel, look up Media Savvy, and it'll be the live stream on a Wednesday 10 till 12. So I'm going to fold this box up. So what I said before, you fold in, right, so it makes a nice little bit there, and that comes over the top. Right, and what I've been doing with these, just because with it being card, they do flip up, I've been putting a little bit of tape on the bottom there. I'll just grab my tape. Alright, so just stick a little bit on the bottom there, and that just keeps that bit firm, so you can't even see it. Good. And then the other side, same again. Alright, so it comes in, you go in front or behind, whatever you want. Mix that little bit there, and that's your lid. And you can either put it over the top or it can tuck in. So what I've done with yours, because this bit here, I felt like it was just wanting to push away. What I've done here, you see what I've done with the pegs? I've put some glue, just some for it to stick in here, and a little bit in there in the folds, and then I've put the pegs on and I've just let it set, so it's a bit stronger that way, otherwise it might fold out. So I've done that, and then just to keep it together, because I know I've been putting your truffles in, I've put your little sticker with your name over the top, so it's all together in a lovely neat little box, and I think they look really, really cute. So there you go. Oh, Dan's going to show you Matthew's.
So Lizzie's saying it's like watching Blue Peter again. Jodie's just saying thank you.
Oh, thank you very much. I've enjoyed it actually. Yeah.
Lisa's saying she likes the paper.
Yeah, it's great. You can do all sorts with it. It's quite nice for like making cards and doing crafts and things like that. And as you can see, I love messing on, I love making things. Oh, Dan. Oh. Do you like it? He's not in behind the camera. Well, I think I am done for today. If anybody has got any more questions though, we can stay live for a little bit longer. I don't know if there's anything else on the feed or not. I'm pleased you've all enjoyed it.
Summary through. No, that's we're up to date in terms of questions. Now, if anyone's got any more, just let us know quickly.
I think what we need to do is get these meals delivered. I think that's what we need to do. Obviously when they arrive, you might need to go in the microwave for a couple of minutes and heat it up. But no, enjoy them. Let me know how they taste. If you want to add chilli, as I say, you can when you get them. If you want to put a little bit of cheese on top, you can. Sometimes it's nice to have a little bit of grated cheese on. But no, just enjoy it. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope to see you again on Friday. Let us know how you get on with your truffles.
Lizzie's asking about putting icing on a cake. Would you do a session on that?
Oh, what type of icing? Because if it's rolled icing, I normally buy it.
Just says, can you teach how to ice on a cake one day? So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe you can. I'm not an
expert, you know, Lizzie. I'm just a regular cook.
Yeah.
I'll see what I can do. Maybe if I do the chocolate cake, I could do like a chocolate icing. Maybe that might work. If I do the chocolate cake, I'll have a think. I'll look into that.
Carrot
I mean,
cake.
I've got another. Oh, carrot cake. Ethan's going carrot cake. I have got another 8 sessions, so I have got another 8 recipes I can come up with. So keep sending your ideas in, what you like to see,
and put it on the survey. Survey.
Yeah, please do not. There's a survey link on there.
I'm about to paste it in now.
Oh, don't leave the session until you've done the survey. It literally takes a minute. And we really need people's feedback in order to keep running these sessions. So all that we ask really, and this is how we can do it for free. We really need you to do your little bit and get the survey in, and then that helps us to keep this live feed going. Really important. So every session, even if you've done a survey before, doesn't matter. Try and get back on and do another one. And if you watch this video later, if one of your friends log on and watch it later, get them to do the survey. It's not going to do any harm. I think Haytham's just put it in the link there.
Yeah, it's alive.
Yeah, I think it's in now.
So let us know in there what your ideas are as well, because there's a box for some other feedback that you can just type in.
Yeah, if you want any other recipes, anything that you've particularly enjoyed today, it's just good to hear you back. I kind of interact the same as I would if I was in a classroom, so it's your opportunity to give that feedback as well. So yeah, I'm pleased that you've all tuned in, and I've really enjoyed it, and I hope you have too.
Also, Sunderland People First, guys, those of you that are officially enrolled will be getting a little bit more information off you, but more importantly right now, you're going to get your Meals on Wheels delivered from either myself, Dan or Haytham. So why not time us?
Yeah, say hello. But before they leave, they're going to have their own pasta and bolognese.
Yeah, give us maybe the first drop off should be in about 15 minutes. That might be ambitious, but we'll see.
Maybe half an hour, Dan. Come on.
We'll be taking a few little video clips to make a little funny compilation on the way. So if you want to film us burning rubber away from your houses when we knock on the door, and then leave it on the doorstep and run away, then by all means send them in. Send us some videos or selfies of you eating the food as well. That'll be cool.
Cheers.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thanks everyone.
Bye-bye.
We are out of here.
Bye bye then. Bye bye.